This is Sally Kohn for the Women's Media Center. I'm talking to the international president of SEIU, Mary Kay Henry. Thank you so much for taking time to talk with me.
I'm delighted. Thank you. Good to be here.
So many questions I could ask you, but I want to start with what's captivating everyone's attention right now, which is Occupy Wall Street.
Yes.
And I know that for a long time the labor movement has been trying to build the sort of energy and, frankly, anger that we're seeing in the street right now. How does Occupy Wall Street relate to the labor movement, and what do you guys do about it in terms to really, I don't know, be a part of or even capitalize on that energy?
Well, within hours, our union members and staff that are in New York joined forces, tried to figure out what they could do to help with the students. And what we think is that it's terrific when any individual in our country decides to get up off their couch and get into the streets. That is what is required in this moment to sort of address the crisis that we're all facing.
Where do you think it goes? I mean, is this representative of just the sort of fringe left people who are angry at the economy and angry at Wall Street, or is this really a mainstream movement?
Well, I think it taps a mainstream movement that says it's not right that corporations and the wealthy are not paying their fair share, while more and more people are living in poverty, even when they have a full-time job, and more kids are waking up hungry. So I think what the students who started may have been dismissed as being fringed are actually speaking to what everybody in this country believes, which is government's not the problem, too much spending's not the problem. It is that corporations are not paying 1 red cent in tax and are driving on roads and bridges that we all build. And so that fundamental inequality, I think, is what the Wall Street actions that are now spreading all across the country are speaking to. And I hope that more and more of us will join in and really direct it to, we have to get back to work, and everybody's got to pay their fair share, and more cuts to the common good in this country are completely unacceptable.
Now, I know, as you do, that unions are part of achieving that common good, but there seems to be an increasing skepticism that unions represent, in fact, the interests of working people, and they've been more pilloried as, corrupt, crony, all the attacks, both the legislative attacks and, I'd say, messaging attacks against unions. How do you reposition unions to represent the American dream?
I think because we are going to join in this fight to get America back to work, and that's not about our members who are working, that's about how do we make sure that everybody has a shot at an American dream that we want to define in the next generation of it. Many of the members in our union that I've talked to about the American Dream movement will say to me, Mary Kay, let's make sure it's our American dream that includes everybody, because that old American dream didn't include everybody. So I think that's what it speaks to.
I'm going to pivot for my last question. I want to ask you a personal question, sort of. The labor movement isn't known for having strong female leaders. It's not known for having openly gay female leaders. How do you think you're changing the labor movement, and how do you think the labor movement is changing?
Well, I'm changing the labor movement because hundreds of thousands of women had the guts to form a union in the first place. And so I stand on their shoulders. And then I also stand on the shoulders of a lot of LGBT people who had the guts to stand up at a union meeting and be mad about the lack of the labor movement's response to the AIDS epidemic, or be mad about no discrimination clauses in their contracts. So I have reaped the benefits of hundreds of thousands of people who had a lot of guts to stand up and pave the way for me to have my being a lesbian not be an issue with our executive board, which is quite remarkable.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Not almost as remarkable as your leadership has been. Mary Kay Henry, thank you so much. SEIU, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.